Hey gardeners, Amy here with Garden Up. Today I want to talk about some new lawn alternatives that I just discovered. So a friend of mine sent me a text a little while ago asking about a specific variety of yarrow, and I had to look into it because I'd never heard of it before. Now, if you've been following me for a while, then you know about this experiment, but if you haven't, let me just catch you up real quick. I love lawn alternatives, things that don't require nearly as much water or as much mowing. I think that grass is a huge waste of our resources, and I would just rather not have it unless there's a reason for it, like in a play space or whatnot where kids and dogs are tearing things up. But in most places where we keep lawns, having grass specifically is just not necessary. And there are other alternatives that are better for the environment and better for your water and maintenance bills. So I've been experimenting with several different things. I've tried different varieties of clover, I've tried yarrow and other dryland mixes, and I've tried a few other things as well. But my favorite so far has been yarrow. Now, yarrow is a native plant, so it grows in this area naturally. It grows about 12 to 18 inches high and then blooms. So if you want to use it in a lawn, you do have to mow it. But as long as you mow it, it won't bloom, so you won't get the sticks that would be pokey to step on. But the leaves themselves are one of the softest things you'll ever walk on. They're just fantastic. So I love yarrow, and you never have to water it once it gets established. It is a native plant, so it's used to drought. It evolved to tolerate our droughts here in Spokane, in our high desert region where we only get 17 inches of rain a year and most of it's in the winter. So the only downside to using yarrow as a lawn is that you do have to mow it. Only a couple times a month maybe, but still you do have to mow it if you want to keep it a lawn. Yaak yarrow, this new variety of yarrow that I just learned about, only grows 6 inches high. And it blooms at that height. So you don't have to water it, you don't have to mow it, and it's still going to be super soft, and it'll feed the bees while you're at it. So this variety will have solved all of these problems. I'm really excited. So of course I had to find it. So I bought 5 pounds of seed. This is what 5 pounds of yarrow seed looks like. Typically, like if you're a retailer, you will not be able to find seed like this. You have to be in business and know the right people in order to buy seed in bulk like this. But I want to try it. And I've already had a few clients show interest once I started talking about it. So I had to buy enough for me and I had to buy enough for my clients. So I need to give this a try. I've already prepped this area. I've cleared it out. I've raked the heck out of it, and I aerated it with a garden fork, which is tedious, but it only took about 15 minutes to aerate this much space with a garden fork. It would have taken me an hour to drive down and rent an aerator and bring it back up here. So it was still a better use of my time. Referring back to the experiments I've done here previously, I have found that just raking is really not enough to overseed a lawn. Aeration is the thing that will help your germination and your survival rate of your seeds. So I highly recommend aerating the soil before you overseed with anything. So I'm going to put this down, and then I'm going to take the rake and rake it with upside down with the rake. You'll see that in a minute. And that'll help the seeds make contact with the soil, and then I'm going to water it. The other thing I want to experiment with this yarrow is it's most likely a hybridized variety. Oftentimes, when a seed is hybridized, it's bred for one trait. So in this case, it's bred for the short growing height, but it can be at the expense of another trait. And often the trait that's lost is pollen or nectar content. So is it as good at feeding the bees? So one of the things I'm going to be doing mid to late summer is observing this area to see, do the bees prefer the regular yarrow that's already growing here? We'll definitely be able to tell the difference because regular yarrow is going to be this high when it blooms. I'm not going to mow this again. The regular yarrow is going to be this high. The yaak yarrow is going to be down here. Do the bees have a preference? And that's what I'm going to be observing just to see. It's still going to be better than nothing because if you mow regular yarrow, you won't have flowers at all. So some flowers are better than no flowers. But I'm curious. I'm really curious. So I want to see if it's going to help the bees as much as regular yarrow. So stand by for that experiment. The other seed that I want to give a try is called salad burnet or small burnet. I've never heard of this plant before. It's brand new to me. These seeds are huge in comparison to the yarrow, but it only grows a few inches high, and I want to try it. It's advertised as that it would be a good lawn alternative, so I'm going to give this a shot. And then the other thing I'm going to try is a seed that a client gave me. They had some extra, and so they passed it to me. And this is just another type of clover. It's called Alsiki clover. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Alsiki or Alsike, I'm not sure. Clover. but it blooms a pretty pink flower. So I like it because I love pink. Y'all know that I love pink. So I'm going to try this as well. So I'm going to seed all 3 of these today. I have my broadcast seeder with something as small as Yarrow. If you're going to try to seed this with a broadcast seeder, you're going to dump all of your seed in the first 2 feet. So if you want to seed something as tiny as Yarrow, you should mix it with like dry sand or something that will help dilute and spread out the seed a little bit better. But in this case with the Yarrow, I'm just going to sprinkle it down because this is such a small space. I don't even need to use this. For the other seeds, I'll use this. A little bit annoying. I'm not sure if it was the salad brunette or just the broadcast spreader, but it clogged and stopped working. It's handy, but it is really finicky. It's like the battery either dies really fast or it just stops working just because. I don't know. I've got really good coverage here. Next, I'm going to use the rake. Remember, after seeding, you do have to water it in. I recommend 10 to 15 minutes, about twice a day, until it's germinated and with its first set of true leaves.
I'm wet.
You're wet! You're getting wet!
I'm wet.
Well, thanks for watching this, everybody. I hope it was valuable to you. Remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss my follow-up sometime mid-summer. And I hope you're enjoying this outro as much as I am. This is very entertaining. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. And on that note, everybody, I will see you in the garden.